Bueno, we are on.
Mm.
Good, man. Honestly, I've been waiting for this interview for so long.
Okay.
Because
So
how long have we been following each other? For like more than a
must
year
be
now?
like
Since uni?
probably from uni. So
Yeah.
like 2020, 2019.
Imagine, man.
And then it was the new account and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Shit.
It's good to see these things coming to life.
I know, man. You know, the craziest part is to meet people in uni and then see them do stuff.
After, it's
Yeah.
mad.
It's mad,
Yeah,
man. And see everybody grow and
The progress. See people do the things that they said they was going to do as well.
Yeah,
It's nice to see. So yeah.
And the thing that I love the most about this project is that I get to know people a bit deeper.
Yeah, a different side to them. Definitely.
So, how you feeling today?
Good, man. Yeah, just here to sitting in front of cameras again, but it's still getting used to it. But it's good, man. It's good.
It's always weird. It's always weird.
Yourself?
Good, man. Thank you.
Yes.
It's been a stressful month, but good.
Yeah, man.
So, welcome to Dupl+s. Welcome to a new episode. Today we have a special guest. His name is Issh. He's a producer, sound engineer, live engineer.
Yes, sir.
What else you do, man?
Yeah, man. That covers it.
That
sound
covers it?
engineer, a live sound engineer. That's the main thing.
Yeah, man.
So,
And I'm pretty sure you're gonna like his story. He has quite a big story, to be honest.
yeah.
So, man, for the people who know you and the people who don't know you, like who you are and why you're here.
I'm Ish. As you said, sound engineer. I've been in Southampton for a few years now, and yeah, man, just trying to grow this career and advance this career as much as possible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the aim. So
Where were you born?
I was born in London, West London. Lived there all my life until I came to Southampton for uni.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Wow. How was it growing up in London? Like which part of London was it?
It was West London. It was good. Like obviously different experiences at different times,
Yeah.
but overall, it's still my favorite place in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
Would you go back after all this
definitely,
years?
like I'm there here and there for work and stuff.
Yeah.
But living there
Yeah.
just has to be the right time, innit? Just see
Yeah.
what happens. So,
Yeah. Do you still have friends and shit there?
yeah, most of my friends and my peoples are still there, so it's good. So that's why it's nice to be away from it sometimes, because
Yeah.
London's a hectic place. It's always
Yeah,
busy, innit?
man. Yeah.
So that's the thing I found with being in Southampton. It's a lot more slower pace and it's chilled. So yeah, man. So
That's good, man. Tell me about your background, man. Like, how was your upbringing? Like,
okay,
your even your ethnicity background. So,
yeah. So I'm English and Zimbabwean. My upbringing, I grew up like heavily involved with church, so that's a very faith-based upbringing until like my teens, where I was even till now, innit? But
yeah,
obviously you start going out into the world
yeah.
and experiencing different things as well. So yeah, man. But yeah,
Was it from mom's and dad's side? Or?
both parents, yeah, like very very involved with the church throughout my early life. That's even where I started doing sound at like early age, like because it was like every Sunday I was there.
Yeah,
So the guy that did the sound was a very close friend of my family, with my parents.
yeah,
And yeah, just asked to sit with him one day.
yeah,
And
yeah.
showed me all the buttons, and then from there, he just showed me more. Then he just left me on it. He went to play drums and left me with the sound, and then started setting it up every week and doing it there, and then that's how it become a thing.
Wow, man.
Yeah, man.
I love people who are upraised in near, like close to the church. They get music. They develop a lot of musical talent, isn't
It's
it?
very true. Especially even with the live sound industry, I find a lot of like engineers and stuff is either like the rock side of the industry or the church side of the industry, where a lot of people start. So it's interesting to see. So yeah, man.
Okay. Would you say you are a very religious person?
Me myself, yeah, I have a good faith still.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
man.
I mean, it helps us to push through, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Man.
Just an understanding of life, I guess, innit? In different ways. So
Yeah. So I guess in the church, is that your musical interest?
yeah, obviously that's been around music, and obviously at home as well with my dad. He's always been a musical person and can pick up any instrument and play it.
Oh,
And I had the crazy record collection and stuff like that, cassettes, records, CDs,
Yeah.
even mini discs of all just different albums and different music.
Okay.
So yeah, and then all my siblings as well, they're very musical. So yeah,
Wow.
like even my mum, she listens to a lot of music as well. So
Well, it's in the blood, definitely.
yeah, man, musical family innit. But then I'm not able to play any instruments myself, but I have the ear for sound. So
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Hey, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
hmm
At what point did you came to Southampton?
So I just finished college.
Yeah.
In college, I wasn't really planning to go to uni or anything. I was just getting up to stupidness. But then it got to a point that towards the end of the college course and year, I was just like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And me and my friend, the last week of the submission for all the work, we sat in a room. I just smashed out all that, just edited all the coursework we did throughout the whole year and pushed up the grades. And then applied for uni. And then, yeah, I was looking for like a live sound course and I found one in Southampton, and it was just like somewhere that's a different space, somewhere that's not London that I know so well. Said, why not? Let me try something new. So ended up coming down here. So yeah, man.
Of all places, why Southampton?
Like when I searched for live sound courses, it's one of the first ones that just came up. Like it was never a plan. Like there was never I want to go to Southampton. Like it was just like uni courses, live sound courses. Because even before college, if it wasn't for my mum, I wouldn't have seen sound as a career. Because at that time it was just a church-based thing, and I was doing A levels. I wanted to do like architecture, and then I finished my first year of A levels. It didn't go too well, so then I was just thinking, what am I going to do? And then my mum said, you do sound and you really enjoy it. That's a big career. And then from there I started looking into it a lot more and realizing this is what it could be and it's a possibility. So I went to college, studied music technology, and then just the interest grew and grew and grew. And then obviously that's when I said that there was distractions and whatever nonsense during college. So then I kind of still interested in live sound, but didn't really get involved in it as much. And I came to uni, and then I was just finding my way back to doing sound and recording and stuff like that. So yeah, man.
In home, has it been important to like study on that? Like having getting a degree and all that?
So it's interesting for me because I didn't even finish my uni degree.
Yeah.
But I found an interest in recording with the uni facilities.
Yeah.
And that was a thing where I just found out I could book them, as I told you, and I was booking them all the time and just learning, teaching myself to record, because obviously I had the knowledge from live, so the desk, and then understanding the software. I use Logic, so it's pretty much like a live sound desk, but it's just a different angle. So just learning all the time, and because it's something I'm interested in, I just want to learn more stuff. So watching videos, reading stuff.
Okay.
And in the courses, like as much as they say it's live sound or it's production, I never really learnt the stuff that was helping me and interesting to me, if that makes sense. It was always something that was all the way over there. And I was just like, oh, but how do you do this? And how do you EQ and compress? But they always wanted to talk about like synths or different other things. And obviously it's important for other people, but that wasn't the angle that I was trying to go down. So I was just trying to find...
I've always found so hard to learn to compress properly, man.
It's just... learning even just what compressor you want to use, and then with time just man, just a setting that works, innit? Literally, because boy, man.
How I'm interested in your story back in London, and this is something that I've always been interested since I moved to this country, because you obviously the thing that I've seen always is white English and then other ethnicities English. What would you say is the biggest difference between those two broad groups? Because obviously there's more groups.
It's crazy because this is very interesting, because even...
Do you feel British?
Yes, this is why it's interesting, because I feel British, but I have a friend that has this thing where he says we're Londonese, because the London culture is so different from maybe the Middle England culture. And that's why it's so interesting, because there's so many differences. And even when I come to Southampton, there's so many struggling to communicate with people that are just normal British English people, but they say you have a strong English, London accent or this and that. It's just like, bro, like, but it's still English. But obviously it's just learning to adapt how you speak as well and communicate with everyone. So it's interesting. But I guess everyone has different experiences of their British experience, I guess.
Yeah.
So some people there in the countryside, farms and stuff. Some people in the city, the hustle bustle.
Yeah.
And the multiculturalness.
Yeah.
Because even throughout my whole life, I've always lived with people from all different races, isn't it? So it's just natural to me. But other people, they've never seen a black person. Like there were some holidays that when my family went somewhere in the UK, and we used to play games like Spot the Black Person because we're the only people of colour there. Man.
No.
It was actually that's real still. Yeah, man. There was one time when we all had afros. And all the locals are just looking at us, staring at us every time. It's just like, that's how I was disconnected some of the UK, isn't it? But yeah, man, it's just...
It's so random, isn't it?
Yeah, the UK is a funny place, but it's home, man.
It's just an island, but it has so many...
so many different sides and parts to it.
I know, man, I know. Now, I find fascinating because obviously there's people, ethnical people that have been like third generation, fourth generation. So for them, being British is not only about being white or the typical, stereotypical, no? Obviously, you find a lot of racism in this country.
100%.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one because in this country, you wouldn't really call it like blatant racism. Like you do experience it, but a lot of it is more like under wraps, systematic racism, where it's just like, I wouldn't even know how to explain it too much. I'm not really the guy to, but it's just like even with just different opportunities and even me like just tracksuits. Sometimes if you're wearing a tracksuit and people just look at it's classism as well as racism as well, because the class system and working class and
you said the right word, man.
So
classism. Yes,
it's an interesting thing, but I've just got to keep on trying to find a way to. People just need to learn to treat everyone as humans, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Just do the best.
I once heard that it's a very British thing to when they first met you, they ask you where were you raised or like where you come from.
Where you raised, what do you do, stuff like that.
Just by your accent, they can identify if you're coming from a low income family or high income.
The way they speak, that's how you hear like, it's crazy because Americans think we all speak like the Queen.
Yeah.
Like they think it's all tea and crumpets and horses and all the old English movies, but it's like, come on, man, get with the program. So it's a crazy thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess it's especially now with so many different cultures involved, and then the internet as well. Just the culture's advancing so quick, so there's so many different sides, and even with Parliament, you see it. All these, you've got the people that are get everyone out, the Brexit people, and then you've got the people that are just. Yeah, man. So it's an interesting thing. So yeah.
How you feel about that? How did you feel about Brexit? Did you have like a strong opinion?
I wasn't really into the politics at that age, but I didn't think it made sense. I definitely didn't vote leave. I thought it made sense to stay.
Yeah.
But when it comes to politics, that's not really my strong suit or stuff that I like to get involved in too much. Obviously, I look at what seems the most right thing to me and the thing that's treating people the best to me, and then I'll go with that. But that whole Brexit thing didn't really sit right with me, so... Yeah.
There's something I've heard in London, there's a new accent, it's a modern English accent. That's how they call it. It's just a combination of all these cultures.
Just the multicultural. Yeah. Even with like the London slang, like as a youth growing up in London, we've got so much different influences from, there's a high African population, a high Jamaican, West Indies population, and then even in school, like in my secondary school, I went to a boys' school. There was like 2 white boys per year.
Wow.
Like the rest of the school is black and Asian. Like it's normal to me. So when I've come to places like this, so my first class in Southampton when I was uni, me and my friend were the only black people in the class. That's mad to me. Like I've never been in a situation like that before. So it's different, but at the same time, yeah, man.
The South is more conservative, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That Southampton, but then again, if you go far north, they're more working class, but it's still very white up there as well. Obviously, the cities are mixed, multicultural, but you go into like the more rural areas, and then it's very, very white. So, but yeah, man. But even the UK is sorry to cut you. It's a place of migration throughout history. Is everyone's just come to this. It's not like even the locals, they're not fully like been here for generations and generations. So it's a funny thing, isn't it? So
big boom in the 60s, I remember.
Yeah, literally.
And even before. Wow, man. When you came to Southampton, you said you went to uni and that, and then you said you dropped out.
Yes. So I tried to do one course, which
Yeah.
was live sound technology,
Yeah.
and I did the first year, passed the first year fine, and then second year was a struggle for me. It wasn't sound anymore. It was a lot of other stuff which is important for live sound, like lighting and stuff and camera work, which I've had experience with working with, but it was more the science of how the cameras are working and how the frequencies of lights and all of this. And it was just spinning my brain because I was just here to do sound and I couldn't really understand it in detail like I was supposed to. So then, and around that time, that's when I got involved in the studio recording side of sound as well. So I was like, let me find something that's more connected to what I'm interested in right now.
Yeah.
So that's when I met you on the production course.
Yes.
And
I remember.
yeah, man. So then I did that, but then I did the first year of that, and then lockdown and all this stuff started happening, and I was just at home. I had a recording set up at home.
Yeah.
So just had everyone just chilling in the uni com.
Was it your
recording.
own like share house or was it like
I lived in do you know where Liberty Keys is? It's like towards like SO14, like Ocean Village sides and
Okay.
so
is it the one with the red sign?
like the orange and grey building, the 16 floors. It's one of the
But it's part of the student accommodation.
no, it's a private uni accommodation.
Okay.
Do you know where that co-op is? You know where the uni accommodations are? Like Deanery, there was a co-op.
Yeah.
And there was that building that was connected to the co-op.
Yeah.
That's the uni com.
Okay. And you set up your recording sessions?
Yeah, man. Luckily, I had living with some good friends. My flatmate Maya, and then some other people that I also lived with at that time. It was 2 different flats because it was the first year and the second year.
Yeah.
And luckily, they were all okay with me recording.
Yeah.
Wasn't trying to be too much of a nuisance.
Yeah.
Just saw what they were cool with.
Yeah.
And we worked around that. And then obviously sometimes they'll be involved as well. And just learning and recording and just.
And you would say it's always been out of interest, of actual passion.
Yeah, so that's where it started because it's enjoyable. Like a lot of it was just chilling with some of my friends and they're rapping or singing, and I'm just learning. Obviously, I'm recording and mixing, but it's fun to me because I'm experiencing and learning new things and trying new techniques and stuff. So it was the best way for me to learn as well. So
beautiful.
Very, very excited. So
wow.
Yeah, and then from there, it was just learning, trying to make money out of it, innit? Because that's when a couple years later, I'm jumping the gun, but a couple years later, I've got a studio, and it's like, okay, all these skills I've spent time learning in the room, how to actually charge people for this work and this quality. So that's when.
Did you find hard when you started charging people?
Yes,
okay with it?
Yes and no. People were okay with it because I wasn't charging too. Like, even when I was in my room, I started charging people a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because obviously I was having time, so I was just doing sessions. Not because when it was free, everyone was there. It's just back to back to back. And I started charging, and it was still like a 1 in, 1 out. I'm sleeping, having a quick nap, then another session, then another session, and it's just crazy. Like, and them times we were smoking quite a lot as well, so it was just like all just in the clouds, man. But it was good. Like, it was just back to back. Session. So when I did get a studio space, I had already been charging people a little bit, but then obviously the price went up because I had to think about rent and other things as well. And man, it was okay because that's once you got an actual space, people realize that okay, this is actual studio space. So then you reach a whole different clientele that have seen you. That because when you're recording at home, not everyone's comfortable to come into someone's house or living space and start recording.
True.
So that's when I've reached a broader group of people to work with. So that was good. So yeah, man. But then it's just still building it up because you're still starting out, you're still new. Yeah. So people want to know who you've worked with and what you've done. Yeah. All these things. So
then the networking starts. What would you say is the strongest point as a networker? I'm probably not the best networker. I tend to be pretty reserved. So if I'm in the studio or if I'm in a setting that's comfortable, you get me talking, I'll talk my head off. But other times I'll just be quiet. So that's public events and that I can do it if I'm there with a job, but that's probably not my strong suit. So, but yeah, like just bringing a set of skills to the table when if people need it, just being able to work at a minute. Probably that's my strongest suit. And then just being me, I guess. Because man, it is what it is. I have something here. In 2018, you started ASNR. What's that?
SNR, okay, that's my brand. It started off as a clothing brand. And then the idea I've always had is I want everything to be connected. So everything I do, whether it's the clothing, the recording, the live sound, the events, it's me and my bro that we started it. From young, we just had this thing that was always SNR, that had a meaning, and then we made it into a brand. And then now we're just trying to make it into a business that's feeding us in how many different ways. So yeah.
What does it stand for?
Specs in a Racksack. It was a thing when we were younger. We used to just always be outside, and we always used to have our specs on our rucksack. Just when we was outside, just on the road.
Okay.
And then it was just like a little thing. It's like, yeah, bro, man's got my specs on, I've got my rucksack or whatever. And then they've just made it into a brand, and then SNR makes more sense because specs in the rucksack's a bit random, innit? So
Yeah.
that's what I've realised now. So man's just trying to make it more
But it sounds
understandable.
I like it. Specs.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it stand for say it right, like your podcast.
Set it right, because that's why when I made the interviews and stuff, I wanted to have something that's connected to SNR as well. I was thinking what's connected to Set It Right. I was gonna have Sit and Reason and stuff like that. So just different ideas. So
Okay.
Yeah, man.
It's multifaceted. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, man. And you start with your brother, you said.
I'm now my close friend, innit? But that's my
your close
brother.
friend.
Yeah, man.
Okay. You still working together?
Yeah, man. He's still in London, but we still do our thing together. We haven't dropped any clothing in years since the first drop, but this year we're looking to do it as well.
Yeah.
But we've just been working on other things, innit? That's when the whole sound stuff started.
Yeah.
As much as it was part of the plan, some of this stuff has happened so quick it wasn't part of the plan as well, innit? So
True.
just taking everything in our stride and getting it right and taking time to perfect it as much as possible.
Yeah.
So,
The clothing brand, what is it inspired by?
it was just a streetwear brand at the time.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to find different angles to go in because there's overpopulation. That's not the word, but like the industry's flooded. Everyone's got their own brand and street brands and stuff. So just taking time to find a new angle and a direction we want to take it.
Yeah.
And stuff. But even then, I just want to wear it as well, just have my own clothes instead of buying other people's, innit? It would be cool. So
That'd be cool, man. I want to create my own brand.
that's what it is, bro. You got the name, so you can do anything. You see it?
No, but I want
Something separate from it.
something separate.
But, I hear you still. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's just doing that, and even that is just learning to market it properly and find your niche audience and just build it. So
Have you met many people in the niche, the fashion niche?
with the fashion thing, I wouldn't say I have.
Or in the clothing?
I have a few other friends that have their own clothing brands, and we've spoke about ideas and we've worked.
Yeah.
But me, I have a very simple dress sense, so I've had to learn more about fashion as well, and see where I can take it as well. Yeah, man.
And who do you want to reach with that brand? What is your target
I
audience?
just want it to be just something that's of significance. Obviously, Cortez tracksuit right now, he's someone that put his work into his brand, and he started around the same time, like 2018, 2017, and he kept on pushing it, and now the demand for his clothes is high, and people just love his brand, innit?
Yeah.
That's someone I admire in this thing, because he's just really done his thing. So
I think I've seen that brand somewhere.
yeah, man, done his thing still.
Someone showed me.
Yeah, that's all just growing brands.
Apart from the sound and the clothing, is there anything else that you're interested in incorporating into the?
Yeah, obviously the sound and the clothing, that's always going to be the main thing. But I guess it's going to be things that are connected to it. So like with sound, my own events. In 2020, we were going to do our first live event called In The Mix. And we had the venue, we had all the leaflets and had all the acts. And then lockdown came and shut it off straight on a thing. But big up the crew behind that as well, because we worked hard to get that venue and everything. It was nice, and that was a nice experience because we saw what we could do if we put our minds to it, innit?
Yeah.
Because we created the name, got the lineup, got the venue, and it was just marketing and handing out leaflets or messaging people and talking to people about it. And there was a little buzz, but then we never got round to it because lockdown happened. And then the group of us that had the idea, we was all doing different things, and the time was never right again. But that's something I want to get back into as well. Yeah. Obviously with live sound, I do work in events, but it's for other people. I'm just a sound engineer for their events. But like the whole idea behind In The Mix, it was showcasing artist talent, but not as like a talent show. It's more of like an actual show, so a lineup. people performing tracks and then one off.
Yeah.
People paying to come see and just having a good night and taking a new artist or seeing the artist that they're there to see. So yeah, man, I'm gonna try run that back in a few years, see what happens in it. So,
Yeah. As a young entrepreneur, and especially being a producer, what are the biggest challenges that you have found or faced?
It's interesting to me because obviously, even the entrepreneur thing, it's like sometimes I even forget because I just want to do what I want to do in it. So I just got like a few ideas and goals that I'm trying to get to, and that's my whole mindset. So it's just staying focused, and then obviously you need to work other jobs to put money in. It's just hustling in it, putting the money into believing that you can invest in yourself and putting the money into what you want to, and keep it going in it. And as the ideas come up, just keep them coming and keep them going.
What other jobs do you?
I've done stuff like I've done for a warehouse.
Yeah.
I was doing kitchen.
Yeah.
Support work for youth support work as well. Just whatever jobs that could help me and at the same time still give me space to do what I want to do as well. Innit? So
when you tell me about the youth work, I was surprised because that's something not everybody does that, man.
Yeah, no, it's something that needs to, innit? Because the kids are the future, innit? And especially the age that I work with, like 16 to 19-year-olds, and that age is an age where it's so easy to get distracted and go left and end up in a whole world of trouble, innit? So
get corrupted.
Yeah. So that's why I strongly believe that working with that age group and just trying to give guidance and support in the best way is something that's important, innit?
Yeah,
man.
What's the thing that you enjoy the most there?
Just with the job itself, it's rewarding that you see kids do stuff with themselves that maybe before they didn't believe in themselves that they could do it, or get to places, or just get a little job, get a career, or finish their course in college or whatever, innit? So it's just stuff like that. So man.
Helping others is something that you would like to do more in the future.
Man, always. Like I think that goes back to my family values. Like my parents have always shown me that that's what life's about, innit? Like as much as life's about family and making a living and all of that, life is about being a good person and helping the people around you, innit? So that's the main, bro. That's even as a Christian, that's a thing that you're taught, and besides all the tradition and nonsense that people spill, that's the main basics, that Jesus was there to help people and show guidance, innit? So, yeah, man, that's the basis.
In all spiritualities, they said the highest gift that you can give others is to serve, and 100%. The highest goal is to serve others.
Yeah, man, that's real life. That's what it is, man. Yeah.
In the future, would you like to create like a youth center or something?
Yeah. No, that's a thing that me and my sister have had a aim for years, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna work towards it. We don't know when it's gonna be, because we're doing our own thing, and obviously life happens. You got goals and things you need to achieve first.
Yeah.
But sometime in the future, like just a youth center back home, West London, probably, with like the arts facilities, studio facilities, and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's a dream of ours, but it's somewhere far in the future. It's not like a tomorrow thing. If it does come tomorrow, though, I'm not mad, but that's a far in the future aim, innit?
Yeah, so. I mean, I guess it must demand a lot of involvement in it.
Once that's underway, that's your full focus and your drive. So yeah, man. So that's where I want it to be, somewhere where I'm a lot more mature and grown up, and I've experienced life a lot more. Like obviously right now I've experienced life.
Yeah.
But it's still early days, isn't it? There's still a lot more to achieve, even with sounding, live sound, just events and places I want to go first, and then bring it back. Because I strongly believe that it's nice helping people, but it's better to help people from a position where you're able to a lot more. Like even, like when you're giving to charity or whatever, it's nice when it's little bits and every little helps, as Tesco says. But or is that Tesco? I can't remember. But yeah, but it's like once you're in a much more affluential position, then you can make a lot more meaningful change. Someone like Stormzy is a good example because he's done what he's done for the black kids going uni, the youth centres, the football thing that he just opened as well. The stuff like he's done a lot of stuff like with youth and just giving back to the community, which is amazing. And I admire a lot still.
Hey man, no, my sister told me she would like to create like an animal center, like for dogs and all kinds of animals.
Yeah,
and I think, what would I like to do to give back to the people, man? I feel like there's different ways to give back, but
for
I
sure.
feel like maybe as a message, maybe inspiring others. I don't know.
But even what you're doing right now is inspiring. Like it's a podcast that you've thought about, and then you said, actually, no, let me just do it. Let me make it happen. And you're racking up the episodes, you're putting in the work, and that's inspiring.
Yes, man.
And that's the thing that even I remember someone saying recently, I can't remember where, but all these things we're doing, and we just do it because that's our focus and that's our dreams. But we don't realize how many people we could be inspiring at the same time, because you never know who's watching.
True.
So that's
true.
That's a massive blessing.
That's true.
So yeah, man, just keep on doing what you do, and things will become clear in time, I guess, innit?
How old are you, man?
27 at the moment. Yeah, man.
27. Damn.
Closer to 30. It's crazy.
Same, man.
Got 3 years to go. 2.5.
I got 4, man.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, do you follow astrology or any of that?
Not really. No. I know that I'm a Scorpio.
Are you a Scorpio?
Yeah. In everything, like whatever the whole things are, like Scorpio all the way around. Innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, don't really know too much about it.
Okay. Scorpio. Interesting, man. Yeah. How was lockdown for you, man? Apart from obviously working, and because that was a good thing actually, working on.
See, lockdown, this is crazy, because for a lot of people I understand it was a hard time and it wasn't a good time, but for me that's one of my favorite moments.
Really?
Yeah, because it just put life on hold a bit. So obviously what we were already doing with the sound and learning to record, we continued that and we were doing it and it was learning and working, but also just reflecting on how far we came over the last few years, because what was that, 2020 and 2015 to 2020, life was hectic. Even before coming to Southampton, what was going on life was crazy, innit? So to actually sit down and say, okay, man, I've grown up and done this and done that, and just take, even with that coming here today and taking into consideration what I've done since being in Southampton. And but 2020 was the same thing, but for the 5 years prior to that. And it was just amazing to see, and that's a kind of found balance, because throughout life, especially as a young person, you're always told like, oh, you need to do this and go through academics and do this and do that. And me, I was kind of behind because I was just involved in some street shit or whatever. And I didn't feel like where everyone said you should be, I was. So I was always feeling like I need to do this and catch up. But then I realized that, like at that time, 2020, like the stuff I've done is mad. Like I've actually done, I'm not in the position I was in how many years ago, and it's progress. And that was a good moment to realize that, like life is, that man are actually turning life around and making something happen. So
man. No, I would say you have done more than many people who were actually doing the academics. But it's the thing that everyone has their own journey, and realizing that as well, because obviously you're always taught that don't look at other journeys, but then you get to like, we know when you're in your 20s, that 20s is a crazy age, because some people are getting married at 21 and buying a house. But that was never a reality that man's ever seen, innit? But some man are still 29 living with their parents and that, and that's the other extreme.
Yeah, like it's just, but that's everyone's different journey, innit? And there's nothing wrong with it, innit?
No.
So it's just learning to be grateful for where you are in life and see what you can do to better your situation. And that was a moment when I realized that it's like, okay, that stop rushing through life, because bro, if you rush, you're just gonna end up old and say, oh shit, I spent my whole life rushing. So
and burn out.
That's what it is. So just be grateful for where you are and keep doing what you want to do, as well as obviously you got to pay the bills and do all of this stuff, but keep on making your ideas happen and stay grateful. So yeah, man.
You know what's funny, man? As we grow older, it's true what our parents used to tell us, like when you grow older, you just have to learn to go a bit slower, man. Appreciate more a bit. Appreciate a bit more what life is giving you.
What's around you in the moment.
Yeah. Because when I was 22, man, I was just thinking future. And lockdown caused me a lot of anxiety, as in like I cannot move forward. This is not the speed that I want. But as the year passed, living in the present, living in the present teaches you to just go a bit slower, to appreciate what you have, appreciate what's surrounding you, appreciate that even though you might not be where you wanna be, you are in a better position than before. And that's something to be proud, actually. No, and I feel like there were two main groups of people in lockdown. People who were actually doing something that they wanted before lockdown. So lockdown was like, as you said, a time to pause, a time to keep working and just not having to, let's say, expose it to the world because there's no rush. And then there was people like me who had no fucking idea what to do. And then you just feel like everything freezes and you get this anxiety, as in like, I'm not moving. But I wasn't moving before, but I had the illusion that I was moving just because I was doing
just because your things happening, innit?
Interesting, man. Interesting.
Yeah, man. No, it's true, but it's a weird time, innit? Because obviously there was all the fear of what they were saying that this sickness could do to you and all of this stuff. So there was people just had anxiety from that alone and was stuck.
True.
And then people that were just in their house on their phone on the internet, and then you saw what that did as well with like different situations and how agendas could be painted as well. So it was a mad time, but
it was a hard time.
Yeah, man.
Did you believe in the virus? Did you?
Yeah, no, obviously, like, I even caught COVID at one point, innit? So, obviously, I knew it was real, but, like, I just, even I know people that died from it as well, innit? So, it was crazy, but at the same time, life is crazy. Life will kill you anyway, innit? So, I wasn't really too concerned about it, because people dying every day, man, so.
I know my flu can kill you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, so I wasn't too concerned, but at the same time, I have family members that don't have the best immune system and physical health. So that was something man had to be considerate as well and understand that, this is actually real.
Yeah.
And people are scared for their health and well-being in it, because if they get sick, they're right off in it. So
because that was the fucked up thing about that virus, that it affected the most vulnerable people.
Exactly. So yeah.
I used to work in a hospital back then, so I saw everything.
So that's the ground zero, isn't it?
Jesus,
yeah, man.
It was a hard time. I have something here that in October 2018 you got back into live sound, but that was before lockdown. And
yes, before lockdown.
C-Starts TV.
My guy Stefan, he created a platform for just like live worship, so a church thing again. And just like gospel music and stuff, and he asked me to do the sound for it, innit?
Yeah.
And that's the first time since like church days that I had got back into sound after all life had happened and everything, innit? So yeah, man, that was a good opportunity and a good experience. Obviously I was still learning and refreshing my memory from all the years before, but yeah, man, big him up, man.
That friend, this is still going on with the platform?
He's paused it at the moment, but no, man, I'll definitely speak to him and tell him, like, this was a sick idea, that people, yeah, man, it was a good thing.
Yeah, because I've never heard like a platform for church.
Yeah, for like live worship things and that, innit? Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
It's a good idea. C-Starts TV. Then in January 2021, you get your own studio space.
Yeah, man.
Talk me through it.
Big up Salsa, man. Yeah, so I met a guy connected to one of my friends and that, and he had this space to rent in it, in an office building.
Yeah.
But he said you can use it for like a studio setup. So took the opportunity, just jumped at it, because I was living in a house with two of my friends, and I was just like, okay, like, what can I do to create like a studio environment that's nice and will make people come and just want to work in it. So then I had this opportunity and just took it and just set it up and got all new equipment. Yeah. And yeah, man, just started running sessions, focusing on that, and yeah, man, making
how relevant was that in your life? Like, was it like a trade It's a trait
Definitely, because
milestone. That's a
milestone there. Definitely, because I always dreamed about having my own studio, but I never ever once thought it would be so quick. Like the way it happened was ridiculous. I was thinking that's going to be somewhere like maybe like my early 30s or my late 20s.
Wow.
But how old was I? 2021. I was 24.
Damn.
Yeah, so 23, 24, I think. So it was quick, and that's only what 3 years since I started learning to do sound again. So it was mad, but it was the perfect opportunity for me to lock down on my skill and say, yo, okay, look, I'm gonna run sessions.
Yeah.
I was gonna keep on improving. I'll keep on building the portfolio of artists I've worked with. And yeah, man. So that was.
You feel like life has been gentle with you?
Yeah, man.
Opportunities have come.
Opportunities have always come. There's been massive curveballs in life as well. Life hasn't been easy, but someone else has always got it worse, innit? So I'm just grateful for what I've had and the opportunities I've had to keep going and keep pushing.
That's a good thing about people who have faith in something. It can be God or whatever. Is I always looking at the bright side, no? Positivity.
Yeah, man. No, for real. But I've had moments where life has been dark, and if you get stuck in that whole mindset of how life is, bro, you're not gonna get out. Like you can't see no positives, and there's nothing. There's no way forward, and you don't know what you want to do, and you're just clouded by all the crazy stuff that's going on around you, innit?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's not healthy to live in that, because boy, there's no moving forward, and there's no positivity there. So
true.
Yeah, man. So it's just always trying to push forward.
In this industry, have you find a lot of people that do not believe in God or in anything? Or not have faith?
Yeah, but in this industry, you find a lot of people that believe in themselves, and that's a powerful thing, because there's one thing I believe is that the human belief system is probably the most powerful force on this earth. Like, in terms of, if you make people believe something, the things that they will do and the lengths they will go to because they believe in something is crazy, innit? So that's even with like artists believing in their craft and their talent and pushing. Even with me, like, bro, my engineering, I wasn't the best. I'm still probably not the best, but I'm always just trying to learn more, and I believe in my ability to learn these skills and progress and get better and better until I'm in a wonderful position.
What helps you to keep humble?
I don't know, you know.
It's just default mode, let's say.
I don't know. I wouldn't know if I'm the most humble person, but to me, like, it's just the people around me, innit? Like my family or people that ground me, like my parents and my siblings and my close friends, like just always having a good relationship with them and checking in with them when you need to. And yeah, man, that's what life is about, innit? The people around you and then the community around you as well. So
you don't strike me as the usual producer. The usual producer is
engineer, bro.
So I don't know, but the usual is just like I don't know. They have a different energy. Like they're so much hungry, or not hungry, but like what's the word? Maybe like I don't know. It's just a different kind of character. Like oh yeah, this and that, and they have so much energy and this. But you strike me as a person with their feet on the ground. A person who knows what they have done. Don't get distracted maybe by the shiny things in this journey, no?
Yeah.
What are the things that drive you more than passion? Like what do you want to build in the future?
I think that goes back to family again, you know. I've said it a few times now, innit? But I think it's just family, innit? That's something that grounds me. And because my family, we've been through some madness in life, innit? Like we've always had a good home and always, like, my parents are there, my siblings are there, but in terms of just the things that we've been through and stuff that's happened, it's not been easy all the time, innit?
Yeah.
But as the family that we are, we've always stuck together and looked out for each other and all of that stuff. So that's something that grounds me a lot, innit? And whenever life is getting crazy, man, I can always go back and see how everyone's doing and catch up with everyone, and that's balance, innit? So that's something that really, really grounds me, I guess.
Family is powerful, man.
Yeah, not 100%.
I don't know what I would do without mine. Sometimes, as a young adult, it gets hard, man, having to deal with different situations, and it's good to have someone to speak to and release. Like just have
What's it
someone.
called? Support system, innit? Like, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's definitely it's the most important thing.
Someone to tell your issues, your insecurities, your fears, what's going on, and they just listen.
And always got your best interests at heart, innit?
Yes.
So you don't ever have to doubt their trust or anything, or doubt their trust, but doubt their being there for you, innit? Because you know that regardless, that they're on your side, innit? So,
yeah, that's true. I guess that's why many artists have their parents as managers, no?
Yeah, no, definitely.
If I became an artist, I don't know who I would hire, but I don't know. It's probably my mother. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you have a manager?
No. I don't have a manager. I've always wondered if it would like do something for me. Because as an engineer, like, even with all of this, like, I haven't gone traditional routes in anything in my life, which I could have. Like a traditional engineer, like for a studio engineer, they'll go work in a big mainstream studio, just as the coffee boy or something, and the assistant. And then one day the main engineer's ill and they got to say, take this session, and they're thrown in the deep end. But with me, it wasn't like that. But obviously it's different now anyway, because we have all of the doors and software at our fingertips now. So. And even with live sound, like, you might work and do little circuits in pubs and stuff and build up that. With me, it was just getting back into, obviously I have the church background, but then when trying to build up my freelance and my own career in live sound, it's been different, because it's just trying to build from connections that I have and meet new people and network. And I was lucky to get a theatre technician job in 2022, I think it was. And that's just working with sound and stand-up comedy and plays and music artists. So that was something that gave me opportunity to be back with sound in a professional space and learn. And then since then, just working with other artists and other engineers giving me jobs, which has been a massive blessing. So yeah, man, I just keep on building it up that way, innit? So it's not the most traditional way, but it's the way that I know how to make it work, innit? So that's what I've done.
It works, man.
Yeah, man. So.
Apart from producing and being an engineer, is you now have a podcast. What made you create it?
I'm still funny about the name podcast, because to me it was just people that I know and I've grown up with that I really admire, or I believe have inspirational stories, and just wanted to give them opportunity to share their side of the story and their background, because obviously growing up in London, you meet so many people and there's so much going on, and the artists that I've grown up with or met in school or college or whatever, or even just in the ends, like, it's just like they've been focused and doing what they've been doing for so long, and life has been happening around a minute, so they might take a break from music, but they've always come back and they've always pushed. And I thought it's just time for some of them to share their stories, because they got some amazing inspirational stories. So just sit down with them and say, yo, bro, tell us about this. And even me, like, because as much as they're my friends or whoever, I'm a massive fan or supporter of them as well. So it's interesting to me. I want to know how this came about and why this happened and what this did, and how did you feel in the moment when your song did this, or when your career took this turn. So that's what...
That's one of the hardest part that I find in the podcast, is to get comfortable conversations with people I'm not that close to. Because I remember, for example, the first season, I knew most of them from uni, so we knew our ways, no? For example, for this second season, I'm interviewing people that I don't actually have ever sat down and have a chat. And it's always having to find a way to adapt to the person.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's not easy, but it's a skill, because look, like me and you, just been talking conversations. It's good, and you've done this with how, like, season 2 has been going well, and you've been sitting down with a lot of people and talking, and the conversations are flowing, and you're hearing about different sides, isn't it? So it's definitely a skill you do have. So pick up yourself for that, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. But I think the thing that I learned from the first season, it was all of them, they will say, just do it. And I've repeated during the episodes, but literally, unconsciously, that's what I learned as well. Like, things in life, you want to do them by yourself. No, if you want to do things, you just have to do them by yourself.
Yeah. If you want it done right, do it yourself.
Exactly. Just do it yourself. Obviously, I personally love to work with people. At the same time, I'm very, like, I want things my way, no?
Do it this way, yeah, no, this is the idea I have. No, I hear that.
How do you find, like, editing with the podcast and all the setup and all that? Like, talk me through, especially for the people who might not know.
It's interesting because even just as being an engineer as well, my job is I'm a service for people.
Yeah.
So they have an idea, especially like in studios set up, they have an idea that they want to execute. So they come to me and say, okay, look, this is the song I want to record. This is the instrumental, or this is the beat that my producers made.
Yeah.
So record me and I want to sound like this. So I have to work. Obviously, I have an idea of what sounds good in my head.
Yeah.
But I have to work with their ideas as well. And it has to be a combination. So it's just, obviously I have the technical side of knowledge, but they got the creative side and the idea in their head that they want to create. So it's just balancing and it's give and take, innit? Because that's how you do something of worth. It's a collaboration, but also that my ideas and your ideas and okay, maybe we should do it like this and maybe we should do it. It's just being able to
communicate,
find compromise as well.
Yeah. Have you ever worked with someone that you, after the first session, you were like, wow, this guy's a dickhead?
A lot of people, man. Yeah, like that's what it is. Like some sessions, it's a nightmare, innit? Because sometimes it's not even the actual artist. Sometimes it's the artist's friends that will come in session and sit and they tell the artist, do it like this, do it like that. But bro, you don't know what you're talking about. But obviously that's their friends, so they'll take what they say. But you gotta correct it. Say, no, listen, do it like this for the sound to be the best way. Do it like this and do it like that. So yeah, man, it just comes with the job. And
what do the friends say? Do they get mad or something?
Bro, they can't really, innit? Bro, that's the session, innit? Get out, bro.
Get out.
If it's a problem, like, yeah, but no, I've never really had something that's gone too bad, like that. But more time, it's just like, yeah, no, like this, in this situation, this is my studio, I'm the engineer, so this is the idea I have. But obviously, I'm not trying to hold that over people. I don't want to be like that. But at the same time, if this is the correct thing to do for the audio for your project, for your record, you've got to do it like this, innit? So it's just finding that balance again. So
what would you say is the three biggest issues that you find in the studio when working with someone new, for example?
I wouldn't say issues, but like first of all, probably the artist's confidence. If they haven't recorded with me before or even recorded in a studio setting, just getting them to build their confidence. Second, maybe breathing techniques is something that's important in recording, like vocals. And just thirdly, I would say, issues. I had it, but it's gone. But just like takes, like some people, they'll just come and do takes and takes and takes. And it's just like, bro, stop for a second. And let's see if we can make more sense. Yeah. Because sometimes it's good to do takes and takes until you get it right. But sometimes you're doing takes and takes of the same thing. Like I've had sessions where an artist has come into the room and wanted to record, but then they're slightly drunk or whatever, and they're saying the same 4 words or 2 lines. Yeah. I say, oh no, it's not right, and try to do it again and again. And I've had to end sessions and say, no, it's home time because, bro, what's going on? Like, when I just, this is not how it's supposed to be.
It's not the same to do 100 takes of something bad, 100 takes of something good.
Like, there's no progression or movement.
Yeah, exactly.
But it comes with the territory, innit? It's just learning that to be able to assist someone, but also to be able to serve them and do the job right that I'm supposed to do, innit?
Yes.
So,
Yes. After the getting back to the live sound and having your own studio, what happened after? Like, because I feel like your life looks pretty stable, so I'm trying to find like points. I have a few points, like for example, April 2023, Peng Game rap battles.
Okay, yeah. So whilst I still have my first studio space, my guy Flavor does events and he shouted at me saying, "Bro, I've got this opportunity for you to do sound for this. Could you do this sound for me?" And I thought he was starting his own show of like a Peng Game rap battle, but obviously I'd heard the name Pen Game Rap Battle previously.
Yeah.
That was a show, but I didn't realize it was actually that show. So, but because it was my guy, I was like, yeah, bro, let me do this and see where it goes.
Yeah.
So then I've got there on the day and just seeing the people that I'm working with and people that I've grown up listening to even is crazy. That.
Wow.
And then just been, so over the last year and a bit, just been working on that, shoot days in London. And since January this year, we've done Box Park once a month, every month.
Yeah.
So we did Box Park Croydon 4 times. And then now we're doing Box Park Wembley twice for a tournament. So it's like a rap battle tournament. So it's something, it's a whole new experience for me because with live sound, I'm used to working with bands or singers, but with artists spitting or rapping on playback instrumentals, and anything can go happen, and all these instrumentals are mastered at different levels, and they all have different microphone techniques and whatever. It's been interesting. It's been learning, especially with Box Park as well, because the acoustics of that room are not ideal. So it's challenging, but it's nice because it's bringing crazy opportunities, and even the host Margs and the owner 18K, just being able to work with them is awesome. And then obviously there's been like judges and people that come to see the event that are just serious industry people that as I said, I've grown up listening to these people or following their journey, and to be in the same room and working with them, it's crazy to me. So it's been something that's been a good learning curve and bring new opportunities. So yeah, man.
Is it something for the long run, or is something momentary?
Right now, I'm locked in with the minute. Like we're just doing what we're doing, and it's good that we're creating. But obviously, I still do my own thing as well, and that's what it is. That as much as I'm with the team, and I believe in the vision, and I'm keeping it pushing. Like I don't know if I'll be here forever, but for now, we've got a good rapport with everyone. We work well together, and it's a good opportunity. It's good business, so I'm involved, man. It's taking me new places. Even in the next month or so, I'll be going up to Liverpool.
How come?
To do Peng Game North UK. So
so there's a differentiation.
So this is the first time that it's growing, isn't it? So yeah, man. So just keep on pushing it, and even at the growth we've seen from April 2023 to see what the channel was on, because it's a YouTube platform as well as a live platform. To see what the numbers were on, and to see now, I think we've got videos that dropped last week that are getting 100K in 3-4 days.
Wow.
So it's crazy that, and that's, so I do like the live sound on the day, so all the microphones and the music is going through the desk, but I'm also doing the recording and post-production of the audio as well. So it's just yeah, man, just learning to handle it all and the pressure and make it sound as good as possible, innit? So
it must be a lot of pressure though.
it is, especially, artists, if something goes wrong, they'll be quick to blame the sound guy. So yeah, man, but it's all part of the job, innit? And it's fun. Like, we've got like a in-house banter with the team whilst the show's going on if something goes wrong. So it's enjoyable, innit? At first it's not, because under pressure your head's hot, you're trying to get it right.
Yeah.
But once everything's going,
yeah,
man, just keep it going and try to make it work as best as possible.
Man. Those rap battles, is only famous artists, or is he also an upcoming artist?
They're all upcoming artists. Obviously they're getting some sort of fame from this rap battle platform because it's reaching quite a lot of people and it's growing at a very good rate. So yeah, but they are artists. They do their own music, but they're up and coming. And then this platform has been able to boost up their careers and get them in rooms with other people they wouldn't have necessarily been in rooms with. So yeah, man.
How do you see the underground music scene in the UK right now?
There's a lot of different sides of that, innit? Because I wouldn't really know about like the indie and the rock sides of the industry, but in terms of that urban music and black music is growing beautifully. Like I was even having this conversation with my pops recently about, from what I've seen through my lifetime and when urban music first went mainstream in the UK to where it is now. This is stuff we used to dream of. Like it's actually crazy, like the constant influx of artists and the quality of music and the opportunities. It's just constantly growing and it's amazing to see, innit? So,
yeah, definitely. What are your 3 top genres?
3 top genres. I like UK rap, whether that's drill or just some real rap or even grime a little bit. I'm not really into grime as much, but I can appreciate it.
What's grime?
So grime is like it's UK rap, but it's like its own genre, 140 BPM, derived from garage.
Okay.
But it's the first UK own urban genre that's given space for all of this stuff to grow. Like Stormzy that I mentioned before, he's a grime artist. So, but obviously he does a lot of gospel and rap as well. So
yeah.
But yeah, so that's one, and then probably I like a lot of R&B as well, like 90s R&B, even current R&B as well. And third, I'll put just hip hop in it, like American and just international hip hop as well.
Is there a big hip hop scene here in the UK?
Yeah, like UK hip hop, UK rap. Yeah, man, it's that's the same thing that I've been seeing. So
I thought they were different.
it is that's because there's different types of hip hop as well. It's boom bap and gangster rap and all of that, but at the same thing, it's all hip hop in it.
Okay.
Even yeah, man. But obviously, the urban scene, like it's black music in it, so it could be like Afro beats or dancehall as well, which is also something that's grown and done amazing things recently as well. So yeah, man. I'll put that. That's probably 4 and 5 in it. Afro beats and dancehall. So yeah, man.
After you started Peng Game, rap battles and stuff, I have here that you lost your studio space.
Yeah, bro. So literally around this time last year, like June, July.
Yeah.
The landlord of that whole office block where my studio was, he decided he's selling the building.
Yeah.
So all the companies in the building, there was me, there was another studio, and then there was a few like telecommunications and different companies in the building. They all had to move out. So yeah, I was out of studio for a while, but it wasn't too bad because luckily I just got another job, so I was putting time into that job, and so things worked out as well. Like obviously I was still doing Peng Game. But before I used to cut up Peng Game in the studio, now I just chop it up at home. Yeah. Because I took a lot of my equipment home. Yeah. But then obviously in my our block of flats, in my apartment, my neighbour, because of the studio speakers I had in the studio, they were a bit powerful. So then sometimes I'm just chopping up audios, it was too loud, so then I had to stop using the speakers as much. Which was a bit funny. But and then yeah, man, so that was like a year out of sessions, and then over the last month or so, I've got back into studio, innit? Yeah. So, got into studio with Iceberg Studios. So some of my guys that I've also been running the studio here for the last few years.
Iceberg Studios. What's that, Iceberg Studios?
So it's a studio, and it's run by, just so right now it's me, Streets, JP, Hippie, and just other producers and engineers that are involved with it, innit? So yeah, man, it's just a good opportunity for us all to be in the same space and take sessions when we need to, work around with each other, give each other opportunities. And it's perfect, man. It's ideal. It's good to be back in sessions as well. Recording, mixing, getting the ball rolling again as well, because obviously it's been 12 months, 11 months out of sessions. So trying to build up the things that everyone, I'm back, let's record, let's do this. Yeah. But yeah, man, so
12 months without sessions.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Like obviously, I was doing some other sessions back in London, but not running my own consistent sessions here.
Yeah.
So it's just getting back into the flow, and obviously with working different jobs as well, just on my days off, taking sessions and making it work as well. So yeah, man. So it's been interesting, but it's still like the first 2 months. So just getting it up. Had a session last night, which was late. Yeah. Got a session later today as well. So they're coming in, innit? So just got to keep it up and keep pushing. So
you're very persistent.
Yeah, man. That's what it is, man. Money have to make bills to pay. You get me? So yeah, man.
Another thing that I've learned of many producers actually is that they don't get pulled off by the complexities of life. They're quite simple. They do a quite simple approach to life. Like, I gotta do this, I just do it. Yeah. It is what it is, I have to do it. So there's no like, I don't know. Me personally, for example, I feel like I put a lot of background, a lot of overthinking sometimes about complexities, about life in general, like, I'm going through this, but why am I going through this, like this and that. But then other people are just like, okay, I'm going through a rough whatever, but just keep pushing, because that's That's what I learned. That's what I know. So I just keep pushing.
Yeah, no, I have that feeling sometimes as well. Like sometimes I think that I used to be quite an overthinker, but I've just realised that in life, to actually get things going and make things happen, I just got to do them, innit?
Yeah.
And then since that, I've just kept on doing it. I do have moments where I'm just sitting at home sometimes on my own and I'll be thinking, and thinking about how can I make this better, or what could have happened in this situation or that situation. But yeah, no, I just tend to just keep life moving, innit? Keep it going and seeing where it takes me. So maybe it is a simple approach to life.
Yeah. Yeah. They say the only way to build a way is to walking. That makes sense. I'm translating from Spanish.
Yeah,
but
no,
yeah.
it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. By walking, by the action, by doing.
Actually doing it, you don't know if you can go that way, innit?
Yeah.
So,
True.
yeah,
True.
just putting one foot in front of the other. Yeah, man.
How do you approach your interviews in the podcast, for example?
I like to just delve into the guys. I look at their catalogue, or I just remember moments that I remember from their careers, and then write a little timeline, and then just sit and have the conversation. Let the conversation flow naturally, because a lot of them, I've known them for years as well, and I might have not seen them in a while, innit?
Yeah.
So we're actually sitting down and we're catching up over years and years and years. But obviously, it's based on their journey. So
yeah.
Stuff I might have witnessed, but from a distance, so I can actually ask them about, so what was going on in this moment, and why did you take this approach? So that's why it's been cool, because it's just catching up and getting some insight onto their life and their story at the moment, innit? So yeah, man, that's how I approach it.
Because I feel like, I'm just gonna be vulnerable here. I feel like when I'm interviewing artists, is a different speed, different. It's just different because they have a lot of things to talk about, as in like, was it the artist, or they live how to say it, like they have more of those funny stories, let's say. But then when I've interviewed like the back of house, like engineers, like and producers, it's a more relaxed life. It's more I don't know. It's just,
you know what it is? I think like artists, they love the spotlight, innit? Like it's for them, like they thrive off being the center of focus. Whereas for like engineers, that's not really our thing. Like even for me, talking in front of a camera is alien. As much as I do it because I wanted to hear them guys' stories, it's not really my thing, innit?
Yeah.
Like it's learning. It's not my most comfortable space, but at the same time, it is what it is, innit? And it's having a conversation, and I don't mind having a conversation and talking about things. So,
bro, you've talked a lot, honestly.
Yeah, man. So, but I definitely do hear that. It must be interesting as well, because we're so focused in what we do, and it kind of engulfs us, innit? So it can seem pretty boring to other people as well. Like it's just like it's like one track minded. Like this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And that's the focus.
Yeah, literally.
It can be hard for people to
digest it.
Yeah, literally. For real. So I guess man. But even that's the thing with working with artists, and even with in live sound as well. Because if you're telling how you're holding the mic wrong, or this is not, I know it all. Like, that's just their natural thing. That, but it's cool, man. It's just it's just different personalities and learning to navigate them, innit? So man.
Yeah, it's a whole teaching. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, man. No, doing your thing still, because it's just underway, and each episode you learn something new, and a different opportunity, different person. So yeah, man, definitely.
So in your podcast, do you only invite people who you say fuck with, or is it you can invite whoever you feel like attracted to in terms of professionally?
So right now, I started it initially because it was people that in my immediate life had left a mark, or I'd really appreciated what they've done in terms of music, or just their energies in it, and just the way that we've had the relationship that we've had. Yeah. But as time goes on, there's going to be other people that man appreciates their journey as well, and I want to speak about it and experience it as well. Yeah. So, but right now it's more just people that are directly connected to this journey of life, and that we've had different moments together in it. So yeah, man, that's what it is. So just got as time goes on, I guess I'm gonna grow with it as well, innit? because even to me, it's still early. I want my 3 episodes in, so yeah, man, just keep on learning and talking to people, and you get me. So yeah, man, even the whole posting consistently on social media, that's not my thing. Like,
That's the hardest part.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, like I do like repost people's music and things I like to see, but when it's me actually posting content, it's not easy for me, because sometimes I just like to be in the background and just like post and whatever, then keep it stepping. But so yeah, it's all just learning, man. So yeah, man.
A lot, man, a lot.
And finding the right clip of the conversation, clipping it up and putting it on Insta or TikTok or YouTube Shorts. And
do you do all by yourself, or do you have like a...
So I work with Dupl+s Studios when I'm doing the filming.
Yeah.
But in terms of clipping and posting, that's all myself. So I'll chop up and I'll find the times and everything of the actual episode and chop the clips and captions or whatever setting I want to make it look like. Yeah.
Sometimes the most tedious thing is to watch to watch the entire episode just to get like pinpoints on where you want to make a clip or something. You know?
For real.
It's good to watch it back, because then you start to, especially for example, myself, I record this episode and then months later start doing the editing. So it's like looking back to it, like, oh wow, we had this conversation on this.
Yeah, no, for me, I find it, because I record it on the day and then I'll get the cut maybe a few days later.
Yeah.
So I like to sit down and see how it came out, because obviously right then in the day, I haven't really looked at it. So then I see how the conversation, because I'm just in the moment of having a conversation.
Exactly.
So I just see and watch it back and see how the energy was in the room, how we bounced off each other. And then I'll think about clipping it. So it's not too bad, but at the same time, if you miss clips and then you got to go back and watch it and say, oh, where was this and where was that, that's when it starts getting long. And then finding the frame, where to cut it and all of that stuff. Like even in some of my clips that I've posted at the moment, there's a little jump, because I use 3 cameras, like the wide and then the 2 close-ups. And then because I get just the 1 edit, I might chop it here, and then it's like, because it's a 30 frame per second, I think. But where I've cut it on my editing software, it might be in between the switch of frames, so there's a little jump between the camera. Because then when I'm editing, like say it's 2 close-ups or wide, and you're talking, I'll take it. So obviously the phone.
The vertical.
So I'll put it on you. And then when I'm talking, put it on me. So I have to move it around. And obviously there's software that does that automatically with AI and that, but I'm still learning how to use that as well. So it's been challenging. So
but I don't trust AI. I'd rather do it myself.
No, that's what it is. So that's just the learning. Because even the AI, it kind of just slides towards the person. And I'd rather just have like set transitions, like he's talking, fade, talking, you get it. So man. But it's all there, man. But it's a lot of this inspiration I've taken from other podcasts, because I really watch quite a lot of podcasts of like people that a man rates highly and I enjoy watching. So it's their blueprint as well as it's my own thing. So yeah, man.
There's another podcast here in Southampton. I think I've seen Nothing But Music.
Oh yeah, big up them, man. That's my guys, man. Nothing But Music. So they've been doing their thing. That's the first time I ever sat in front of a camera and spoke. Still.
Oh, they did one with you?
I did 2 episodes, or 3. 3 episodes, so I did the first one. But the video never came out, but the audio's out. And then I did the second one, where I was speaking about the Nines album. And then I did the third one with my guy DJ Stimpy in my old studio. So yeah, man, that's my first experience at podcasting and talking on the mic and talking in front of cameras, which was interesting.
Oh wow.
But yeah, man, and then from there and then I did the episode with Thomas as well, with him starting his podcast. He needs to get back on that. That was good. Especially now, the people that he could interview would be so interesting. And then, yeah, man, and then after that, it was just having the idea that I had of wanting to hear these people's stories and jumping back in front of a camera. But to me, that's not really my natural place, and I'd rather be behind a computer screen on the desk with the speakers, behind the mixing desk. So, yeah, man, it's just learning, innit?
In your younger days, did you used to go out a lot or no?
Nah, I've never. Back home in London, I used to, innit, at college age, like just when I just turned 18, 19. But in Southampton, it's not really my thing. It's not really my scene, like, in terms of the club scene and all of that. If my guy's DJing, I might pop to the event and enjoy it. But nowadays, this even just with work and timing, I ain't really got time to be doing it, innit? So it's not really my thing. So
It's crazy, yeah, because I used to go out a lot, and when you actually get busy with a project, it consumes a lot.
Yeah, man.
Plus a full-time job or whatever you're doing. There's like,
Yeah, man. For real.
no, for real.
So that's what it is, man. So, but no, man, because even that's what I had to learn as well. Because obviously, what I said about networking previously, that's where a lot of people network, just being out and about in the club or bars or whatever.
True.
So that's a side that man's not really utilizing, but it is what it is. I just got to find other ways to make it work, innit? So yeah, man.
Okay, well, okay. How would you define yourself in 3 words? Just to wrap it up.
3 words. Hey, to define myself, boy. I think I'll just use stuff in the conversation. I'd like to say grounded.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Motivated.
Yeah.
If I say driven, that's a cop-out because motivated and driven is the same thing. So, motivated. Focused?
Focus.
Maybe, yeah.
Calm.
Laid back, yeah. That's my thing, man.
Yeah.
Just naturally. Not much really can draw me out or make me act out of character, I guess. I just naturally just like, yeah, man. So.
On my line.
I got trouble in that at school.
Yeah.
Parents' evening. Oh yeah, he's a smart kid, he's that, but he's got too much of a laid back approach, or he's too busy just talking in the class. Yeah, man. So that's
I feel like I'm laid back as well. I remember in school I will always be a kid whoever he sat down with, I would speak with the other person.
Yeah.
Just
literally that's what it is, isn't it? Because for the lesson gets boring, man's just trying to find something to
Exactly. And they move you to the front just so you don't speak with anybody else.
Yeah, man, we'll get sent out.
Sent out, yeah, true.
What would you say your 3 words are?
My 3 words, man. I think definitely calm. Persistent. I'm very stubborn. So, but in a healthy way. I'm learning to not be in a unhealthy way.
Yeah.
As in like chasing goals, be persistent, and curious. I'm very curious.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's serious. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm very curious about life, how everything works.
I want to understand more about how things.
Yes.
What goes on behind that? What's the reason for this? Why does this work that way?
Exactly. Sometimes it can be a bit of, as I said, like overthinking about your own stuff, like why is this happening to me or why? Sometimes we just simplify it to, okay, it was meant to be. But even deep down, you're like, fuck me, man. Like, why is this still happening to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Even though it's happening, and I know it's for a reason, but why? But yeah, that'd be my 3 words, I'd say.
Oh, nice, man. That's proper. Thank you for having me, bro.
No, thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, man.
Honestly.
It's not my most normal habitat, but no, bro.
I tried to drag you in.
I had a good conversation. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, actually, because I haven't actually had a conversation where I've spoken about different things and from this place in life as well, where it's like, okay, like when you said, okay, for this episode, think about different moments, and I actually had to sit down and just remember different moments. It's good to do, innit? It's just like a reflection.
Yeah, me too.
Man, it's enjoyable. Thank you. For real.
Thank you for coming, man. I tell everyone this is a place to humanize the person who sits there.
Well, for real.
But I feel like you are probably not, but you are one of the most humane people that have
what you see is what you get, innit?
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. It's just me, fam.
This is it. This is Issh, man. There's no character.
Yeah, man.
My guy, I tell everyone to sign the portrait that we took.
You saying it's the other side or this side?
The other side. That side.
Okay, serious.
Hey, looking good, huh?
Yes.
I tell everyone to sign as the character, but in this case, just sign as yourself. Yeah.
No, let me just even put that. Because it's still Issh.
Hey.
Engineering always. Come on, man.
It's looking good, man.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
Polaroid photo. That's my first experience with one still.
Really?
Yeah, man.
They have a vintage look, but I'm
serious.
digging it, not gonna lie.
Come on, man. It's cold still.
Oh my God.
But yeah, bro. Blessings, man. Come on, respect.
Wish you the best, man.
Same way,
on your
likewise.
projects. And guys, I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
All of that.
And obviously follow Issh and his work. He is Issh.
Respect, man. Thank you, bro.
Cool, man. Ciao, ciao.
Hey, no, man, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
It felt a bit slow, not gonna lie. It's not the usual rhythm, but yeah.
Different pace.
Different pace. Yeah, literally. New experiences, man. What can I say?
How do you turn it off?